All right, so first video of the channel is going to be my testimony. When we hit 1,000 subs, 5,000 subs, 10,000, 25,000, 100,000, I went over 50K. But when we reach these milestones, I think that it's important that you'll be able to come back to a video that gives you context with who I am and why I am the way I am, why I am the way I am as the messenger, right? Because, John the Baptist said it the best. He said, I did not come to be the light, but to be a witness of the light, right? So I'm just a witness, of Jesus Christ, man, and what he can do in your life and why your life is the way it is. Because everything on a deeper level is spiritual, and everything on a deeper level is the decisions you chose to make, right? So the past 2 years I've spent pretty much in an isolation season where I have been seeking God and I have been seeking understanding. It's been tough, man. And why it's been so tough? My family fell apart, right? I was engaged. I had a child with a woman, and as most men know, the breakups, the heartbreak really takes a toll on us, and it really changes us oftentimes in the way we look at life, in our reality. But I finally am coming to a point here, almost 2 years later, where I really understand why everything happened the way it happened and how to change for the future so it doesn't happen. I heard this really good thing, and this guy, he said, some men, they come to an understanding where they really understand how helpless they truly are. Something I truly believe with all my heart is the only thing you can control is yourself. You cannot control what anyone else does. You just can't. You can't control if that girl likes you. You can't control if that person respects you. You can't control if that job gives you the opportunity. You can't control if your boss gives you that raise. You can't control if certain people love you and want to keep you in their life. You can't control any of it. And when you understand that, you understand how helpless you really are, and you really start to rely more on God. And even then, one thing I want to be clear with my channel is I'm going to talk about the struggles of being a Christian. And oftentimes you will feel like God is not there, and you will feel like he doesn't care about your happiness. Because I truly do believe if you're truly submitted to God, and if you are truly seeking his will for your life, he has the steering wheel. You're in the passenger seat, so you might tell him, turn right, God, I want to go right. I want to go this way. I want to go watch the sunset right here. Pull over, right? The sunset is happening right now, but if you keep driving, we're going to miss it, and we won't have another sunset for another day, right? And even at that, this is the most beautiful sunset I've seen so far. How do we know we'll see one like this again? Pull over, God. Truly submitting to Jesus Christ, that's what it feels like. You're just along for the ride. And it can feel like at times that God doesn't care about what you want, and God doesn't care about your happiness, right? But what God does care about is he cares about building you into the man you need to be, to accomplish your purpose while you are here. And through my journey these past 2 years, I've really seen that. When I look at my life, on the outside, different things have not changed. I'm still in different predicaments I really wish I wasn't in. But when I look on the inside, God has completely changed who I am as a man, right? And that's how God works. If you look on the outside, if you look at different circumstances, it may feel like God is not working. But then when you look on the inside and you see, wait a minute, I don't get anxious for anything. Wait a minute, I'm not quick to anger. Wait a minute, I can see different situations before they actually happen. Wait a minute, I know how to navigate through these different hurdles and obstacles through life. That's how God works. He works from within. And then eventually you start to see the fruits on the outside. And through my journey, I've really seen that, the breakup I went through, hardest thing I ever been through. And something that I'm going to deal with a lot is, as men, becoming the best version of ourselves so that we can obtain the things that we want. I really do think that men are simple. I think we are very simple, where we want to fulfill our purpose, we want to feel needed, and we really want a woman who loves us. And learning how to become the man that God wants us to be is so important, because we will obtain all those things in doing so. A lot of guys, they don't understand that their actions do carry consequences. And something I've learned myself, and that I really hope that I can help other men learn from as well. I really want this channel to be a channel where I've already made the mistakes. Please learn from what I'm telling you so you don't as well. The best thing I think that can come from the different things I've been through, the best possible thing is that I could help someone else not have to go through it. Because it has been so hard, man. To look at a woman you love more than anything, because we have a child together, right? And the reason I'm telling you this is because context matters. To look at a woman that you love more than anything on a weekly basis and know you're not together, and the odds are you probably would never be together, and that could have all been prevented if you were just operating in a Christ-like way, right? And even if, right, it didn't work out, your conscience would be okay, because you've been like, I was doing what I was supposed to do. That wasn't in God's plan, right? Versus feeling like maybe if you would have operated how God wanted you to, you would probably still have that. Living that reality out, I was doing that for a while. Living in a reality where you see a woman you love on a weekly basis, and then a child as well that has to grow up in a broken home. I don't wish that on any other man. That's why I aspire to try to help other men not put themselves in those situations. You get what I'm saying? And try to become the best version of themselves, so that when God does give them different opportunities, or does put them in a season where you can grow with someone, you can do that in a God-honoring way, and you don't lose it eventually, right? Because I do think sometimes God might throw us a bone and we may not be ready, right? But if we get it together, everything will turn out okay. But oftentimes we're not ready, and we lose it, So something I understand, man, is that men, it should be a constant theme of self-improvement. If you feel like you're not getting better, if you feel like you're still dealing with the same things and you're not elevating, there's a problem. We do have to understand as men that you'll never be perfect. This idea that you're supposed to have everything together in your 20s is ridiculous. You won't have everything together in your 60s and your 70s, because you are a sinner who was made imperfect, and you were made to need God. You were made to be that way, right? But at the same time, you should mature, you should grow in wisdom, you should grow in different aspects of your life, and you should be able to recognize different faults you have, so that you can become better at them, right? And that's something I've seen in my journey. Um, that's so important. I think that our testimonies are so important for others, because other people can look at it and be like, man, he went through that and he's still here. Man, he went through that and he was able to turn his life around. Man, he went through that and he was able to come up with a solution somehow, right? By seeking God. Maybe I should seek God as well. Maybe I should trust in this little plan God has for me. And oftentimes, the little plan we think God has is really a huge plan. Um, but that's why I'm making this channel. I think that, man, it's so important for us to take accountability, even if we feel like it's not our fault, because we are the leaders. It's God, it's us, and then women are supposed to follow our lead. Now, that's not to say they're not supposed to have an opinion or just follow us mindlessly. No, women are humans as well. But in a God-honoring relationship, you are the leader, spiritually, and when it comes to decision making. You just are, bro. And you should take pride in that. You should take pride in the fact that there will one day, if there isn't now, that there is another human who needs you to know how to navigate through life so that she can follow you. But that's why I'm making this channel, man. And I just want to help guys, man. And I really don't want guys to have to go through different things I've had to go through in order to learn different things, But hope this video brings some clarity. I'm out.